Hi, I'm Casey McKinnon, and this is my favorite shirt. Well, I don't know if you've heard, but there's this 80s cartoon series that was just made into a movie, and I think I know which one it is. Yo, Joe!
Casey! Wrong show!
Oh, it must be By the Power of Grayskull! I am...
Not that show either.
Well, if it's not G.I. Joe or She-Ra, what could it be? It better not be those Zoddamn Thundercats.
No, it was the Transformers.
Oh. The Transformers movie is out, and so is IDW's comic book adaptation. Unfortunately, like most adaptations, it isn't very good. Jumpy and unclear art and story leave us to give it only 1 orange. But IDW actually publishes some great Transformer comics for fans of all kinds. For a new version of the story, pick up the ongoing story captured in Infiltration, Escalation, Stormbringer, Spotlights, and the upcoming Devastation. It's nothing special, but introduces some fun ideas into the mix. We give it 2 oranges out of 5. Looking for more old school action? Grab the Generations series, reprinting classic 80s issues of the Robots in Disguise. It's dated but cheesy fun at 3 oranges. But our highest recommendation goes to Transformers Generation. Reprinting Brad Mick and Pat Lee's modern run, it retells the original story with some new but logical twists and fantastic art. It feels really epic. We give it 4 oranges out of 5. Writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning and artist Sean Chen bring you issue number 4 of Marvel's latest series of the classic character, Nova!
Wah, 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 wah.
What, sir? Wrong Nova?
Wah, 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 wah.
Not the Planet of the Apes?
Wah, 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 wah.
Intergalactic Cop? After the events of Annihilation, Richard Rider is like, for the 3rd or 4th time, the last member of the Intergalactic Peace Enforcers Nova Corps, getting a massive power upgrade and his own series in the process. We picked up the last 3 issues and were really surprised how good it was. We were expecting another tie-in to the other ongoing soap operas in the Marvel Universe, forcing you to pick up those issues to understand anything. Instead, Abnett and Lanning delivered an excellent story about Rider realizing he no longer fits in. This happens naturally. Any outside elements are clearly explained without interrupting the story. But more importantly, with realistic reactions from their characters, they make us feel more for Rick's situation. Though that could be because we grew up with Rick and his friends as fans of the New Warriors. Sean Chen's art is excellent, with great layout, composition, and movement throughout, as well as communicating the pain of some of the characters. This is a great comic book, and with the new storyline starting next issue, we give it 4 oranges and recommend you pick it up. Issue number 21 of Brian Wood's DMZ comes out today, continuing the story of Manhattan as no man's land during the Second American Civil War. DMZ's main character is Matty Roth, the only journalism in a war-torn Manhattan, caught between the rebelling Free States and what's left of the United States. Basically, it's Baghdad brought to the States. And the stories Matty covers are really stories about our real world, military betrayal, a biased media, and the frustrations of the American people. Matty's innocence makes him the perfect guide into this world as we discover the lies and horrors of modern war with him, and see the best of humanity in his friends and fellow New Yorkers. Though sometimes you wonder, how can Matty be so stupid? Series artist Riccardo Bercielli's gritty urban style is exciting and dynamic, whether it shows a conversation or an all-out battle. Brian Wood also does the occasional page in his popular style. What more can we say but pick up DMZ? 2 trade paperbacks consolidating the first 12 issues are available to help you catch up. We give DMZ 5 oranges. Well, that's what we think, but don't take our word for it. Go to comicbookorange.com to submit your own review. Finally, if you're a creator or publisher who wants us to review your work, send us an email at reviews@comicbookorange.com. We'd love to hear from you. Writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. Writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning and artist Sean Chen. Writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning. Stop it! Writers Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning and artist Sean Chen bring you the latest issue. Dan Abnett. Fuck, why do you have to have such just ridiculous names, people?